Doc had said, Chris wasn't able to go. Obviously, Giannis' status still up in the air. So if two of your top scorers may be out or limited to some degree, just offense has to be manufactured. Just sort of, not that you haven't done that before, this season even without those two guys. So do you kind of look back at those games and those moments of like, no, we have enough offense, to kind of get through one game, 2 games.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Like you said, we've had games like that this season. We're prepared for it. We've seen everything. So, obviously, we'd prefer to have them play, but if they can't, if they have to do whatever they have to do to be healthy, stay healthy, we'll be ready.
When you look at Siakam, I think that's the points a game. What have you guys been unable to do to make him uncomfortable?
He's been great at being aggressive, taking up the space we've been giving him, and finishing, making some tough shots, but just being aggressive, and you have to make things tough for him, give him different looks defensively, and so we've gone through stuff. Obviously we're not going to take everything away. He's a great player, but just make it more difficult for him.
Is there when you go look back at game 1, it felt like you all were able to set your own pace offensively, and I think that's either ball movement, shot discipline. I know Dame had a big game, whereas it felt like in game 2, it turned into the bucket for bucket kind of thing with Indiana. They were able to get out and run. Is that just, when you look back at it, is it just, hey, kind of get back to what we do? It's more as opposed to they did something.
Yeah, they obviously responded to game 1. They looked at film, and got back to, playing Indiana Pacers basketball, what they'd been doing all season long, and we have to respond to game 2, see what we can improve at, be better at, and be a better version of us in game 3.
How tough is it for you personally, knowing that a common with getting run off the 3-point line is to drive, but it feels like when you drive, you guys' floor balance gets a little bit out of place, and all of a sudden they're running the other way. Is that something that you even think about, or is it let's go get the 2 points and?
No, we'll be, as prepared as we can to get back in transition. That's not an issue. Obviously, we've got to score the ball.
Doc's talked about how you guys have been really good at screening for Dame. Like as a guy who sets a lot of screens for him, what's the biggest nuance that you've learned in screening for him?
I just got to do whatever I can to get him open, because I know when he's going downhill, he's got full head of steam, coming from half court, he's able to bend entire defenses, and he makes it so much better offensively. So it's just a matter of getting him open, getting separation from my guy, setting a good screen, and making sure he can get clear and do his thing.
In the regular season, you and Bobby, not necessarily tagging him but to some extent you actually do. What has it been like playing with him a lot here in these first 2 games?
It's been great. He brings so much energy. He changes the game whenever he's on the floor. And so, we just want Bobby to keep being Bobby, keep being aggressive, be even more aggressive game 3. And we got to look for him and find him in his spots, so he can do what he does best.
You had like 6 3-pointers in game 2. Just what's been the key in trying to be able to get those open looks from behind the arc?
That's just because my teammates are so great. They draw a ton of attention, and the defense has to honor that.
Brook, you're a veteran and a leader in this team, and you've been through this before, but regardless of who can go and who can't, how do you instill confidence in your guys and say, hey, we can get this done? How have you learned to do that over the years?
That belief is there, I think it just comes naturally from the work we put in every day. Guys come in, they get their work in, they work hard, and we're doing the right things. We know the game plan, know everything we need to do, so we just have to go out there and hoop.
You mentioned earlier how you've been through games like this with down 2 of the 3 top scorers of the team, if you will. Is there a benefit? I'm sure there's a benefit to that because you have won games that way. But you only maybe had a day to know about that.
Right.
In season. Is there some benefit to the fact that you've been practicing and preparing for one opponent for a week and a half to a degree? You know what I mean? Where you kind of know what you do, but now you also have a better idea of how you're going to go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it helps us, ourselves, and helps playing them. You know, we know what Indiana's going to do. We know what they're great at, what they're trying to do again and again and again. And so it just comes down essentially to showing up, you know, and hooping.
Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you guys.